Hello and welcome to the BA Knowledge Share. So in this episode, we go through the last core competency within the underlying core competencies chapter, which is chapter 9 of the BABOK Guide. So without further ado, let's get started. So within the underlying competencies chapter, we went through a couple of competencies, and we went through analytical thinking, we went through problem solving, business knowledge, solution knowledge, communication skills. We went through interaction skills. And so the last section goes through tools and technology. Now, as business analysts, we use a variety of tools and technologies, and especially given the remote environment, there are so many different collaboration tools. There's so many different ways to communicate, be it Slack, be it Teams. So basically, this becomes sort of an important topic to go over. So let's kind of dive into this. So business analysts use a variety of software applications to support communication and collaboration, create and maintain requirements, artifacts, model concepts, track issues, and increase overall productivity. Requirements documentation is often developed using word processing tools, while the process of developing business requirements may require the use of prototyping and simulation tools, as well as specialized tools for modeling and diagramming. Business analysis tools and technology core competencies include: number one is office productivity tools and technology. Number two is business analysis tools and technology. Number three is communication tools and technology. Let's look at the first one. The purpose behind the business analyst's use of office productivity tools and technology is to document and track information and artifacts. Office productivity tools and technology provide BAs with the ability to organize, dissect, manipulate, understand, and communicate information clearly. Utilizing these tools requires becoming familiar with the available resources. Understanding one software program may provide insights into comparable abilities or operations in similar programs. Additionally, some programs are designed to provide additional tools to other programs or exchange information, such as email or programs that can import-export files. Word processing and presentation programs provide the ability to present information with the form of a letter, newspaper, poster, research paper, slide presentation, or animations. Presentation software serves in the creation of training materials or to present information to stimulate discussion among stakeholders. Spreadsheets allow mathematical and logical manipulations. They are often used to maintain lists, such as atomic requirements, features, actions, issues, or defects. Collaboration and knowledge management tools support the capturing of knowledge distributed throughout an organization and make it as widely underlying competencies. Hardware allows for replication and distribution of information to facilitate communication with stakeholders. Some of the effectiveness measures of the office productivity tools and technology are increased efficiencies and streamlining of processes by exploring features and functions of tools, awareness of available tools, their operation and abilities, the ability to determine the tool that will best meet stakeholder needs, and the ability to clearly communicate the major features of available tools. That being said, the technology should not be the number one priority of a business analyst. To use things that are useful. It could just be in the form of a sheet of paper. As long as you can communicate your ideas and thoughts and gain consensus, gather requirements, just use a method that makes sense in terms of what adds most efficiency to your process. Now, business analysts use a variety of tools and technology to model, document, and manage outputs of business analysis activities. So the first one was office tools. The second one is more like tools and technologies in general, like diagramming tools. Case an example is you could use lucid charts. You could use some sort of balsamic as a wireframes tool as well. So there's a bunch of tools out there in the world that you can kind of leverage in your analysis work. Tools that are specific to the field of business analysis provides specialized capabilities in modeling, diagramming, documenting, analyzing, and mapping requirements, identifying relationships between requirements, tracking and storing requirement artifacts, and communicating with stakeholders. Some of the effectiveness measures are, one is the ability to apply an understanding of one tool and other similar tools, being able to identify major tools currently available and describe their strengths, weaknesses, and how they may be used in any given situation, understanding of and the ability to use the major features of the tool, ability to select a tool or tools that support organizational processes, and the ability to use the tools to complete requirements-related activities more rapidly than otherwise possible. The ability to track changes to the requirements and their impact on solution implementation, stakeholders, and value. The next competency under tools and technology is communication tools and technology. Now, the purpose behind this is to perform business analysis activities, manage teams, and collaborate with stakeholders. Communication tools are used to plan and complete tasks related to conversational interactions and collaborative interactions. Communication tools allow business analysts to work with virtual and co-located teams. Now, communication tools could be Slack, could be other sort of tools that you use, could be Teams, Zoom. Those are the sorts of tools that they're kind of referring to. Effectiveness measures are the selection of appropriate and effective tools for the audience and purpose, effectively choosing when to use communication technology and when not to, the ability to identify tools to meet communication needs, and understanding of and the ability to use features of the tool. Now, this ends the chapter 9 of, as far as the underlying competencies is concerned. But before we end this episode, let's kind of go through and provide a quick summary. So this competency is tools and technology that BAs need to be very familiar with. So the first underlying competency is office productivity tools and technology. The next one is business analysis tools and technology. And then the last one is communication tools and technology. So what's the difference between the three? Office productivity tools could be anywhere from emails to word processing tools to Excel documentation. Business analysis tools and technology is much broader than that in the sense that it could include things like Lucid Chart or any other sort of Visio process mapping tool, or simply using, for that matter, Excel to kind of do some sort of item tracking. And then the last one here, as far as communication tools and technology, is it's related to how do you communicate to your stakeholders, to your team members. So those are the sorts of tools that they're referring to here. And they have provided a couple of measures of success for business analysts. So that being said, this ends the presentation in terms of the chapter 9, the last section within chapter 9. So as we move along, we'll go through the rest of the chapters. But if you do find this adds value to your day-to-day work or just in general for informational purposes, feel free to subscribe. I'll be posting some more episodes here. And please do consider visiting the website baknowledgeshare.com. As well as consider joining our Facebook group. It's called Business Analytics and Analysis. Feel free to join that. That is a free group, public group, open to anyone. Well, thank you for joining, and until next time, see you then.